Greetings. This is Brother Brimhall following up on the Bishop's assignment to help the members of the Ward Council do some indexing. So we're going to do a very brief video here. You'll see this is the LDS Church of Jesus Christ.org website. We're simply going to go down to Family Search. Going to sign in. I already signed in for 2 weeks, and so my site comes up and you can just get there. You all know how to do that. You go to indexing and then you go to web indexing, and what you'll see is a thing here that says find batches. So I'm going to click on that and then make sure that intermediate is checked. You really won't find anything under beginning. There may be a few there and you could go there, but the one I'm going to show you that's easy is in intermediate. You go down to this right here, Canadian Immigration Ocean Arrivals. And you can do one of two things. You can do indexing or you can do reviewing. Let's start with indexing. Click to index. A little question will come up and just ask you to read the instructions. Hit OK. And what you'll see is that you will see 4 immigration cards. Now I'm going to make this a little bit larger in my screen and pull it down. And the first thing I want you to do is to verify that each one of these cards has information on it. So you say yes. You'll go up here, it'll have yes in this field. You click yes, takes you to the next image. You look at that one, you said yes, that has information in it. Takes the next one, that has information in it. Takes the next one, and that has information in it. When you hit that, it was going to take you back to the original, and then it wants you to fill the forms out. Now I usually try to make it a little bit bigger, and these are the forms you're going to fill out. Arrival year, that's normally stamped somewhere on the front. If you can't find it stamped anywhere, then you can sometimes find it over here on date of sailing. It's usually the same time, but here I would put 1922, and arrival date. The arrival date, sometimes you'll have a stamp on here from the place that it arrived, where the person arrived, and it will say Quebec, or it'll say Halifax or St. John's. If you can't find it, simply go down here to Destined To, and you can see here this person arrived at Winnipeg. And so I would go over here and I would just type in Winnipeg. The next column it wants is to see whether there's a title. Now there's no title here. It would be Mr. or Mrs. or Doctor or something like that. Now to fill that in as blank, you hit Control B and it'll put that as blank. Then you put the name. The first name is Joan. And then you go down to the surname and it looks like it's Thom. And the age is 65, which you can see right up here. It's a female, and all you have to do is hit F. Sorry about that. Just F and return. Birthplace. Well, this one is always a little bit difficult because you have to read here. And this looks like you have to do your best here. And you put B U-C-K-I-E. Try this again. I'm sorry, I slipped down one slot, birthplace. So I'm going to put B-U-C-K-I-E, and then it looks like P-E-T-E-R-H-E-A-S. Now you just have to do your best. You just have to do your best. And if you can't read it at all, Control U will say unreadable. You go down to marital status. This one here is a widower. So you put in W and widower comes up. And then race or people, and you can see here race or people is Scotch. So you say C-O-T-C-H. Now resist the temptation to put Scottish or something else. Put it down as it is written on the form. Then when you come down, you're going to simply hit return, and don't create a second entry. This is not a good idea. Don't do that. Go to the next image. Well, the next image comes up, and here you can see it's 1920. The arrival place, you can see on the stamp, is St. John. Now, again, if you have a stamp, use the stamp first. If you don't find it on the stamp, then go down to destined to. But go to the stamp first and destined to second. Then prefix, of which there is none. So you're going to put Control B. Given names, this is John. And then surname is THOM. So I'm going to put T, and because I've already done it before, it'll show up. I just hit return. Age is 15. You can see that right here. The sex is male. Birthplace. This is, you can read it, but that is Glasgow. 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 And then you go down to marital status. Now it is single, because single is the only one not scratched out here. You can figure that out. Hit S, and then race or people, it's going to put Scotch again, SCOTCH. Return, again, do not hit second entry, hit next image. Third one comes up. Now, this is 1924. Arrival place, there's no stamp. I'm going to go down here. And it doesn't look like Ford City. So all I'm going to hear, Ontario, I would call that Ford City, Ontario. But I think I'm just going to put down Ford City and let it be at that. Then there's no prefix up here, it doesn't look like. And so Control B. Given name is John. And then there's another name in there, and I can't really see what that is. So sometimes I'll go down here and see how he signed his name. He didn't do any better here. So I think actually that is Thom. I think these two are the same. So I'm going to go down here and put T again. It'll show up. His age looks like it's 48. His sex is male. His birthplace, I'm not going to be able to get anything out of that, so I'm going to hit Control U, which means it's unreadable. Marital status is widower, and it's Scotch. Again, do not hit create entry, hit next image. Now we're to the last one. Here you can see 1921 and arrival place. I'd like to be able to think I could read what it said right along here. It's actually, this is not it, it's behind that, and I can't read that. So I'm going to go down here and look at destined to, and it looks like here it's Toronto. So I'm going to go back up here, and arrival place I'm going to put Toronto, and there's no prefix. John, I'm sorry, no prefix. So that is Control B. John Thomas, the name, age is 8, sex is male, birthplace is Aberdeen. Aberdeen. And the marital status is single, and then the race is Scotch. Done. Now I'm going to submit the batch. So when I hit the submit the batch, it's going to ask you to submit the batch. If everything's good, you're going to get a little confetti, and it's going to say thank you. Now you can continue to do that, and you can do another batch just by clicking right here, or you can say I'm all done. And right now I'm just going to say we're all done. Now that is how you index these really kind of simple Canadian immigration ocean arrivals. I'm going to do another video in a minute, and that is how to do reviews. Thanks so much.